Welcome everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I would like to learn how to fly the AH-64 Apache. So I think what I'm going to do is show you guys how I learn a new aircraft in DCS. This should be interesting. The only helicopter flying I've done is in Microsoft Flight Simulators over the years. And as far as the Apache goes, I used to fly a game back in the day called Jane's Longbow, I think it was called, where you were a Apache pilot. It was pretty sweet. That game was pretty cool. But let's just get on into it. So first thing I do when learning a new aircraft is I start right here. I start on the training page. Go to the aircraft, and I go through all these lessons. After I do those lessons and kind of get them down sort of to memory, what I'll kind of do is go into a created mission that I will make myself and just start with one thing at a time. Like I'll put some targets down for let's say for when I was learning the F-16, I put some targets down to drop some JDAMs on, and then I'll just drop JDAMs until I get it ingrained in my memory on how to do it. So without further ado, let's get this started. We're going to start lesson 1 on the AH-64s, the startup procedures.
Welcome to the AH-64D Basic Flight Training Startup.
Nice.
Begin on the helicopter ramp at Kutusi Air Base.
Look at that
This
monocle.
training will be performed.
Got to get
from
used
the
to that
pilot's
monocle.
position. Unless otherwise indicated,
Cockpit's
those
pretty
highlighted
sweet.
button presses and spacebar presses will immediately forward the lesson to the next step. On your first time through the training, it is recommended that you listen fully to each set of instructions before taking the action that will move the training lesson forward.
Roger that.
When you are ready to continue, press the spacebar.
I am ready to continue.
Take a look at the cockpit from left to right. Check or set. Left console. Set. External light panel. Nav lights bright. Check. Anti-collision lights off. Power levers off. Engine start switches off. NVS mode switch off. Main panel. Check. Park brake set. Handle out. Both MPTs are set today. Windshield wiper is in park. Right side. Set master communications volume 50%. When ready to continue, press the spacebar.
I am set.
Close the canopy.
Alright.
When the canopy is secure, press the spacebar to continue.
Closing. Hey dude, oh, thanks.
On the left console, switch master ignition to BAT.
One
Check
right click back.
tailwheel button, verified locked light off. Emergency hydraulic button, light off. External and internal light panel, press to test, illuminates all signal lights. When finished, press the spacebar to continue.
I gotta lean around this. Looks like a ballistic shield. Pressing. Alright, I see a bunch of lights on. That looks good.
Fire detection and extinguisher panel test. Set the test switch to position 1. Check.
Leave a comment
Master
below
warning
if you guys go
illuminates.
through all these tests
Engine
when
1,
you guys do
APU,
your
and
missions.
Engine 2 fire buttons
From a cold
are
start.
illuminated. Aft deck fire warning is displayed on the EUFD. Listen for voice warnings. Release the test switch. Press master warning to acknowledge and cancel. Finish, press the spacebar to continue.
Alright, go ahead and
Engine
test.
1 fire. Engine 2 fire. APU
1 fire, 2, APU,
Aft deck fire.
aft deck fire. And let go.
APU start. APU button. Guard up, press and release button.
Normally I don't go through all the legit tests that you normally would go through, the procedures like these when I'm doing cold starts on aircraft. But I'll do it here just to learn it.
On the
Start the APU.
EUFD, observe some of the following advisories. APU start.
APU start.
Power. Accumulator oil pressure low. Update heading. As the APU brings power to the aircraft, these advisories will go out. APU on will appear. Also, the MPDs will activate and the HDU monocle will show symbology.
I don't see anything yet. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. Cool. I feel bad for this dude up here in front of me. He's really brave. Sitting up in the front seat like that when I can't fly helicopters
By
with
now,
crap.
the APU should be powering the radios.
Yeah, that's
Use
good.
the communications menu and request permission to start engines with communications menu F5, F1, F3.
Okay.
After receiving permission,
Good
request
copy.
Startup.
comms
Call
menu
2-1.
F12.
Request startup.
Then continue by pressing the space bar.
Call 2-1. Kataisi, cleared for startup.
We are clear to start. Thank you.
On the left console, set anti-collision lights to white. On the left MPD, ensure the engines page is displayed. Press the
It
space
is?
bar to continue.
That is the engines page. MPD.
On the right MPD, bring up the fuel page by first pressing push button MB1 until you see the display menu page. Then press fuel B4. You will always start engine 1 first. On the left console,
Always
use
start
the
engine 1
switches.
first. Got it.
Set number 1 switch to start.
Number 1 to start position.
On the left MPD, watch the number 1 engine NG percentage. When it reaches 20%, move the left power
Sorry, I'm
lever.
moving around. I gotta see my keyboard. So 20% there.
Press master warning to acknowledge and cancel. As the engine passes NG
cool.
52%, the starter will turn off. Once engine 1 has
Getting kinda hot in here, gotta turn
around
on the fan.
NG 66%, press the space bar to continue.
66% is what we're looking for the engine stable. Right there. 67.5. There we go. There we go. 66.6. All right. Press spacebar to continue. Oh wow, cool.
Repeat the start procedure for the right engine. Engine start switch number 2 to start. At engine 2 NG 20%, right power lever to idle.
Okay.
Press master warning to acknowledge and cancel. Watch for engine 2 to stabilize around NG 66%. Then press the spacebar to continue.
There we go. Watching for 20% NG. There it is. Set that to idle. Temp's coming up. Oil pressure is coming up. This thing is pretty sweet. I'm excited to learn how to, or at least try to learn how to fly this thing. So we're looking for 66 stable, 66.8. The other one's stable at 66.7. That's close enough. Let's go ahead and continue.
With both engines stabilized, smoothly bring both power levers forward to the fly position. Both engine NG should advance and stabilize near 85%, and P should stabilize at 101%. On the EUFD, the low rotor RPM warning should disappear. Press the spacebar to continue.
Okay. So these I was having trouble clicking them, so I just put them to a switch on my throttle. So switch up will increase it by
Rotor
1.
RPM low. Rotor RPM low.
Oh yeah, listen to that. Cool. Oh, cool. UFD low rotor RPM warning should disappear. APU is still on. I do not see low rotor. Alright, so I think we're ready.
On the left MPD, press push button V2 system. Check that all engine systems are within limits, shown as green. Check
Everything's
that
green.
both generators are online. When satisfied all is operating properly, return to the engine display by pressing V2 system again. Then press the spacebar to continue.
Okay.
Turn off the APU by pressing the APU button.
Turn off the APU.
The illuminated APU should extinguish.
Hold
Press
guard.
the spacebar to continue. Bring up the TSD on the right MPD with the TSD push button. Congratulations! You have completed
Hey!
the basic start of the AH-64D. Press escape to end the lesson.
Alright, we're going to end this lesson right here. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the next lesson. I'm not going to do just one of these in each video. I want to get in the air in this video. Alright, lesson number 2. Takeoff, hover, and transition. Here we go. Here goes nothing.
Welcome to the AH-64D basic training flight. Take off from a hover and transition into flight. You start this flight on the helicopter ramp of Takeoff Air Base. The helicopter engines are on, all displays and IHA-ESS are on. This training will be performed on the pilot's rear position. Unless otherwise indicated, most highlighted button presses and spacebar presses will immediately forward the lesson to the next step. On your first time through the training, it is recommended that you listen fully to each set of instructions before taking action that will move the lesson forward. When ready to continue, press the spacebar.
That's a good part. On the first time through the training, it is recommended that you listen fully to each set of instructions before taking the action. So you do not have to just go through these once. Sometimes on different things, I will go through the same training multiple times. Like for the cold start, from the cold start, I will do that multiple times until it's ingrained in my memory on which buttons to press and when the procedure to do it. So that's one really good way to do it, is just keep doing the lesson until you got it down pat, and then you can move on to the next one. I'm a little impatient and I want to get in the air, and so I'm going to move on from here. Hey man, buckle up your belt up there, dude.
You will be using the IHA-ESS home display unit, HDU, throughout this lesson. The flight begins with the HDU showing the hover symbology. The other HDU symbology we will use is transition. A single upward push of the symbology select switch, SSS.
Okay, I need to put that down.
Hover to transition. A single push downward of the SSS will return it to hover.
Symbology select switch.
Between two modes. Since you will be taxiing to begin this flight, you use the transition symbology, which provides a horizon line. This gives you a ready reference of roll attitude, helpful for keeping the Apache upright during taxi.
Which is good.
Set transition mode with the SSS.
Okay, so
When you're ready to continue, press the spacebar.
okay, so normally I'll get all the flight control set up before. Mostly pitch, roll, yaw, throttles, stuff like that. Stuff that I don't know that I need because there's so many options in these aircraft. I usually go through the training, and like this instance right here, I need the symbology select switch, and it's going to be upward and downward for right now. So that's what I need to use right now. So I'm going to go into my controls and find the symbology. And then so it's right here, and then just pick whatever you want to use, really. Symbology select switch. Down. And then we'll go up. And he didn't say I need this right now, but since we're here, I am going to go ahead and put that on there. Okay. Since you will be taxiing to begin this flight, you transition symbology. Okay, so go down, up, up. Okay. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's the downward, I guess.
Release the park brake handle under the front console. The tail wheel is unlocked when taxiing throughout turns. Currently, the tail wheel is locked. The enhanced upfront display, EUFD, shows tail wheel lock select. As you begin the taxi roll, you will use the tail wheel unlock lock button on the collective to unlock the tail wheel. Practice unlocking the tail wheel now using this method. See the EUFD change to tail wheel unlock symbol.
Yo, dude.
Set
You didn't
the
give me a
tail wheel
warning
back
here.
to lock, then press the space bar when ready to continue.
It started turning. I had to jump on the rudder pedals. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too much. Too much. I'm just trying to line back up here, get a feel for the rudder pedals here. Okay. Just lock the tail wheel, maybe. Alright. It won't let me relock it, buddy.
You are now ready to begin the taxi.
Okay.
You will taxi forward out of your spot, then turn left and taxi towards the pad. To do this, you will increase the collective to 30% torque
30%.
prior to applying forward cyclic to initiate forward taxi. With forward motion established, unlock the tail wheel and maintain heading with the pedals. Maintain the aircraft in level roll with left-right cycling. During turns, apply pedal in direction of turn and maintain a constant rate of turn. Apply cyclic in the direction of the turn to maintain the aircraft level and roll. Maintain 5 to 6 knots ground speed.
5 to 6 knots.
Ready to start taxi.
Okay. So I need 30% torque. So that's my torque. Slowly bringing it up to third. Why does it keep going down? There we go, 30. Dancing on the pedals here. Slight forward. Oh, cool. I'm going. Slowly. Alright, it's told me it wants to go left. Yo. These are touchy. I don't know if that's true, or I just need to adjust the sensitivity on my pedals. Try not to hit this dude over here doing his job. This guy up here in front of me is a little nervous. Alright, I'm gonna hit the brakes.
As you approach the takeoff pad, lock the tail wheel. Apply cyclic to bring the aircraft to a stop.
Yeah,
Like
buddy,
hover
you might want to run,
symbology
dude. That's a
by
good idea.
pressing the SSS down. Press the space bar when ready
SSS
to
down, back to hover. Yeah, that was a good idea for you to run, bud. So, I don't know why this thing, it says it's unlocked, but this says the tail wheel is locked. I don't know. I'm just going to go with it.
The next part will require your full attention to flying the aircraft.
Great.
The basic
What?
procedures and HDU symbology to aid
What is
you
this?
will be covered, starting with hovering, then transitioning to forward flight. Before you can begin, it is important to understand the HDU hovering symbology. This graphic depicts the HDU hover mode in flight. The center of the line of sight rectangle represents the center of the helicopter in a top-down view. Up on the display is forward. The acceleration cue can be thought of as the representation of the cyclic position as you move it. Up is forward pitch, down is aft pitch. Left and right roll. The velocity vector represents the velocity and direction of the aircraft's movement. To control the helicopter in a hover, use the cyclic to place the acceleration cue in the desired location and allow the velocity vector to catch up. Press the spacebar to continue.
Do not chase the velocity vector. Roger.
Hovering. The goal is to bring the aircraft to a 5-foot stationary hover. However, for this initial training flight, anything between 5 feet to 25 feet above
Oh, you know
ground
what's
level is
I think's
acceptable.
blowing me is the wind. Look at that windsock.
Smoothly increase the collective while attempting to maintain the acceleration cue in the center of the line of sight rectangle. You should
Okay.
begin to lift off at about 69% torque.
Okay.
To maintain a stable hover, attempt to maintain the acceleration cue in the center of the line of sight rectangle with the cyclic, and adjust the collective to maintain a constant altitude. Use the pedals to keep a steady heading. Press the spacebar to continue.
Okay. Here we go.
Transition. From a stable hover, apply forward cyclic to level the wings, and apply a minimum of 10% above hover power, not to exceed a maximum continuous torque of 100%.
100% max torque continuous. Copy.
Maintain ground track alignment to takeoff direction using the pedals while accelerating the aircraft.
Probably not going to happen, but that's
Select
okay.
Transition symbology by pressing up on the SSS when the velocity vector reaches the top of the HDU display. Adjust for a 500 foot per minute rate of climb and for 90 knots.
500 feet per minute, 90 knots.
Continue and attempt a hover to transition. Press the spacebar and good luck.
He said, ready for it, when ready to continue and attempt. Yeah, this is going to be bad. All right, here we go. I don't remember any of the numbers. Don't remember anything he told me. I'm just going to do it. All right. Except for don't go 100% on the torque. Or over 100% continuous on the torque. Here we go. Slowly bringing it up. Oh, hang on. This is not a hover.
We're
Kinda
now
slide.
transitioning to level flight. When reaching
No, I'm not.
300 feet AGL, adjust in collective for level flight. Continue to accelerate to 90 knots.
This is a pain in the ass. You helicopter people are sick. Alright, it's not quite a hover, but... Alright, so I'm gonna power up past 100. Let's try to keep everything level here. Okay.
At this point, you have taken off and are flying. This completes the training flight.
Alright.
Press escape to end the lesson.
No. I'm gonna fly around for a bit, kind of get used to the feel and the controls. It's pretty sweet though. I'm not used to flying aircraft without trim. I mean, I don't know if this thing, you can trim the tail, the horizontal tail or not on this thing, but right now I got a lot of forward pressure pushed on the control stick here just to keep my nose attitude here. I feel like I'm going slow and want to go faster, but I feel like I'm going really slow. But it said don't go above 100 on the torque continuously. Yes, I know I'm going slow. I know it's a helicopter, but I feel like really slow. Doing 125 knots. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing in this thing. Alright, let's do some turns here. Let's follow that train. Let's not follow that train. I want to do some turns here. See, as soon as I let go of my forward pressure on my joystick, my nose just goes flying up. There's a lot of view that, I mean, the field of view in the canopy is great. Let's see if we can find that train again. Oh, there's another train. That's not the one I was looking at earlier. There he is. Let's see if I can kind of match his speed and not crash. Coming back. Still going a little fast. Need to use the pedals here. I gotta watch the trees. Not doing too bad, I guess. Except for I almost slapped that tree right there. Alright, let's head back to base and put her down. I don't even know where the base is now. I think it's somewhere over here behind me. This is a lot of fun flying this thing though. And no, I'm probably not going to be able to set it down exactly where I took off. There's no freaking way. It's not possible. I'm telling you, it's not possible. Alright. As you can tell, I'm not a helicopter guy. Which one's cyclic? Which one's collective? I think that is the collective, and that's the cyclic, right? Right? Am I right? I don't even know where the airfield's at. Let's see here. I better look at my map, huh? Man, I see videos of people flying these things, and I don't, how are you guys so, how are you guys so smooth? Like, I'm jerking around everywhere. I guess it comes with experience. Should be right over here. Yep, I see the airfield right there. Let's land without any landing training, shall we? Let's go find a good spot to put it. You see, my arm's getting kind of tired just holding this forward. I'm not used to it. I'm used to using trim. Man, this is weird. Alright, we're coming up to the base. I'm going to start pulling the power back a little bit. I'm going to find a place to land. Where did I take off from? Was it down here? I think it was in the trees over here. Yeah. It's right there in the trees. Alright, so I remember the windsock when I was facing 180 degrees behind me. That's when I took off, was facing the opposite direction I'm flying now. The windsock was pointed pretty straight. So I'm going to come in from this side, land into the wind. I don't know if that's a thing with the helicopter, but that's what I'm going to do. Start slowing down real good here. Need to pay attention to my foot pedals here because I haven't really been touching them. Alright, let's go ahead and start turning around. Get lined up here. Doing 56 knots. That's where I want to land. I'm going to try to land where I took off, alright? That guy that ran earlier better run again. Let's get over here. I'm pushing on the foot pedal, just not paying attention. Focusing on other parts of the flight more than my feet. Alright, let's slow this down here. I'm doing 22 knots. Man. Uh-oh. Just get it under control. Get it under control. No, I don't want to land here. I want to land inside the little tire barrier thing. Nice, easy set down. Look at that. Ha ha! Alright. Hey, you didn't die. Alright. Took the parking brake. Alright, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think this is going to be an interesting series? Watching me learn how to work this beast. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing in this thing. So, yeah. Leave comments down below. Give me a like. Subscribe. I appreciate it. Appreciate all your guys' support. You guys have a good one. Oh, and wish me luck.